Welcome back to the world of collectability. Today, we're going to offer 5 Patek Philippe watches under $5,000. These are archaic objects that you do not need to tell the time. In fact, you don't need to buy a Patek Philippe wristwatch. But there's a reason we buy these pieces that we love, and the reasons of buying a Patek Philippe pocket watch are quite real. And today, I'm going to share with you my opinion of the 5 reasons you need a Patek Philippe pocket watch. Reason number 1. Look at this piece from 1904. This is a Patek Philippe gondolo made for the South American market. And when you feel and you touch and when you wind this watch, you're connecting with history. You're connecting to something real. You're connecting to quality. So reason number 1 to buy a Patek Philippe pocket watch for under $5,000 is connection to tradition. Number 2, let's talk about workmanship. This particular piece from 1910, it's a simple pocket watch, and you can imagine the gentleman who owned it originally. It was a prized functional object. Today, the technology is obsolete. You have your iPhone. However, you could take great appreciation when you're looking closely at this dial to understand that you're buying one of the finest bits of enamel that was ever manufactured in the early 20th century. To exemplify this point, I brought 3 pocket watch dials. Through the lens of the camera, you could see the beauty of these hand-painted white enamel dials. And when we look at the reverse of the dial, you could see the counter enamel and start to understand how these were produced, in many cases on gold plate. Now, this particular dial, you could see the back of the signature says PPC and CIE for Patek Philippe and Company. The quality of the manufacturing of these pieces is second to none. And I dare say there's nothing made today in terms of dial making that is fine as what you can buy for under $5,000 from the early 20th century. The third point, let's look at this piece from 1900. The quality of watchmaking that you can see when you open and take a look at the movement, here, let's take a peek, is very impressive. And that is an understatement, because you're buying some of the finest watches that have ever been made. Many of the independent watchmakers today, in fact, every watchmaker, they strive to make a piece that is as fine as what you can see in these pocket watches from this period of time. And I dare say there are very few, maybe no, independent watchmakers that can make a watch as fine as this today for under $5,000. Now let's move on to our 4th point and our 4th watch with this absolutely stunning piece from 1925, which is called a Marat watch. On the bezel is engraved and it's enameled. To have workmanship in a case from this time period, or even today, for this price range, it doesn't happen. There's nothing that can be made today that is of this quality and of this beauty. From the applied gold hands to these unusual blued steel spade hands, every detail of this is all about Patek Philippe quality for under $5,000. Now, our last and final point, we fast forward to a pocket watch from a later era, this one from 1958. You'll notice it almost has this much thinner profile. The caliber is the same as many of the earlier pocket watches, but the style is changing. This looks like a 1950s wristwatch in terms of design. And the gentleman who originally owned this, in this case, bought it from Gublin in Switzerland and preserved it in just perfect condition. I mean, it almost has a knife edge sharpness to the case. And that brings me to the 5th point of why you would like to have a Patek Philippe pocket watch. For under $5,000, you become part of the Patek Philippe Club. What that means is you register the movement and case number of any of these watches, and you are able to get a subscription to the Patek Philippe magazine. This is a magazine that, if you haven't seen a copy, it is one of the finest publications today. And I also must say, it has a collecting guide by yours truly, John Reardon, in every issue that you can read and enjoy and see through your eyes, the eyes of a collector, the beauty of Patek Philippe within the pages and with your pocket watch that you have hidden away, that you could take away and look at and check the time whenever you would like, and not checking the wrist, but pulling from your pocket. It's a very persuasive argument of why spending $5,000 on a Patek Philippe pocket watch can open your eyes to a new world of appreciation, beauty, technology, and history. And I challenge you to find another object of that price point today that is so meaningful and so real and so absolutely stunning. If you like this video, please like and subscribe on YouTube and Instagram. And until then, enjoy the hunt.